What's up, my glossy little Bing cherries? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on Dress to Kill, I guess, we're going to be taking a look at update 25.4.1.1. And yes, that extra 0.1 is very necessary because it introduces a new visual option for Mr. Excalibur Umbra, which we all know and love. It also brings about some new glyph bundles as well as some new weapon skin bundles. So let's go ahead and kick things off with what we've got on screen right now, which is the Essential Glyphs bundle. Now this has all of the base elements as well as damage and critical chance. And look, the critical chance, I know it's supposed to be a 4th leaf clover, but it really just looks like 4 hearts smushed together, but that's because we love our crits, right? So if you guys are interested in that, that is available for 94 plat as a bundle and 20 plat individually. Now, we also have 2 new Tekelu collections, which we're going to be taking a look at, and then I'm actually going to go back to the original Tekelu collection towards the end so that you guys can go ahead and take a look at that as well. So Tekelu Collection 2 is 80 plats, and that one contains the Axe Stiletto, the Nakana, the Redeemer, the Panthera, as well as the Glaive. A lot of these are available on the Prime, so just in case you have that, you can swap the model over, just in case you were interested. And then we also have the Tekelu Collection 3, which includes the Ack Magnus. And now keep in mind, this is the Ack Magnus as well as the Magnus, the Ack Vaso as well as the Vasto. And then we have the Bozza. Yay! I'm so excited for that one. And then we have the Gunson and the Stradivari. Again, always works on the primes. It's 80 plats for the bundle and 20 plats individually. We'll take a look at the original one before we finish things up, but let's kick things off with what I know you guys are waiting for right now. So as you can see, Mr. Excalibur Umbra looks a little bit naked, and that's because he now has the option to toggle prime details. So look, scarf, unscarf, scarf, unscarf. So you have the option to kind of alter things with your fashion frame when it comes to that, just in case you want something more plain, or maybe if you want something a little bit more flowy. But I know that some people are really triggered by clipping, so, you know, you have options. Now, to go ahead and take a look at all of our individual bundles real quick, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Miss Equinox Prime real fast because she's the one that matches all of the goodies. Now, give me a quick second to bring up my little list here, and we're going to kick things off with the Tekelu Collection. Now, if you've never seen these collections, they are absolutely gorgeous skins, and they have double metallics on them, so they have the normal accent, and then they have this really nice texture, just like, it just looks so ornate and gorgeous. So I have to rotate to show some things in the light, but as you can see right here, there are 2 metallic channels, one right there for the ribbing, and then one on the sides, but if I turn it just right, you can see all that etching. Now, I didn't want to have to go and customize every single one of the Tekelu collection because there's a lot to show off today. So I want to go ahead and kind of just give you a little glimpse as to how it would look if this was rose golded. So as you can see right here, bam, oof, it's beautiful. It's wonderful, but that rich burgundy is also a really, really pretty color on it too, but you can see all of that gorgeous detail right there. So keep that in mind as we're going through and showing these customizations. So that is the Redeemer, and then we also have the Axe Stiletto. So let's take a look at those real quick. As you can see, we have, now the normal Axe Stiletto skin is already beautiful, so to have this additional kind of like swath of metallic on there just makes it even prettier. Now, keep in mind, I do like the Axe Stiletto model on its own, but this is a nice way to kind of change things up just in case you want a little bit of a break. Now, moving along, we have the Glaive, and as you can see right here, we get a nice little, because let's be real, the original did not have very many metallics, if any metallics at all, so it's a nice way to kind of introduce it, and it's a good throwback. Listen, I love me a good Glaive Prime, but sometimes you want to just remember the olden days, and this brings you back, but brings it back in a little bit of a fancier way. Next up, let's take a look at the Nakana. So as you can see right here, we have this one introduced. It is very, very beautiful. You can see that the, what is this thing called? The shaft, the girdle, the whatever, the sheath. That's it. It is really, really gorgeous. And that texture also stretches onto the blade. Very, very pretty. Absolutely love it. Next up, we have the Redeemer as well. So as you can see right here, and I want to show this one off with the rose gold as well. I'm going to rotate it here just a little bit. Very, very pretty with the burgundy, but man, when you hit that, and that's the thing that kind of sucks because of the fact that this does have two different metallic areas. It's not going to be an instant copy over, but look at that. Look at the shining, shimmering, splendid that you have going on right there. Just a nice way to jazz up the Redeemer. The Redeemer also has another skin that I'm very fond of, which is called the Exilus skin, something along those lines. Very, very pretty as well, but if you don't have your hands on that and you do want to kind of change things up a little bit, this is definitely a good skin to pick up. So that about does it for the first bundle. Let's go ahead and move into the second bundle real quick. So let me pull up the Bozza. Listen, the Bozza has no prime, so I'm just really jazzed over the fact that this baby has an actual skin to it. So let's take a quick look. Oh my god, look at that texture. Look at it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I cannot wait for the Bozza Prime. So this is just gonna have to hold me over because the Bozza is already beautiful on its own. So I'm just waiting. Listen, if we get a Vara Prime, we gotta get a Bozza. Okay, we gotta get a Bozza with Avara, and I think that, you know, this is a nice little stand-in while we are waiting on that. So the next one that is coming up is the Magnus. Now this one actually has a bunch of Tenogen skin from the original Tenogen, but you cannot tell me that that texture right there is not absolutely gorgeous. Like, the Magnus is also another weapon that I want to see primed, mainly because of the fact that it's really freaking pretty on its own. But as you can see right there, that the texture on that barrel is freaking gorgeous. And this is a weapon that, number one, has a bunch of weapon skins already, but this is definitely one of the series that fit it perfectly. There's also an Akvasto, and I know there are some of y'all that are hardcore Akvasto fans. I myself am not an Akvasto fan, but I know that some people out there absolutely love it, and as you can see right here, it has it on the handle. That and a little bit right up towards the, what is it called? The nozzle? The barrel is probably the more accurate word for it. And of course we have the double metallic on it as well that just makes it shine bright like a diamond. So definitely into that. What else do we have for this secondary set? Let's go ahead and bounce back upwards for the Stradivari. This one is gorgeous too. Like the thing about it is, like, when it comes to the Tekelu Collection, it just feels very classy. And you guys know that if it ain't prime, I like to make it kind of look close to prime. I like the metallics, and I like the fact that there are double metallics on this. And just the texturing of it is just fucking gorgeous. So we have the Stradivari, and then the last one, I got excited over this one. Man, y'all, because we don't have a prime for it, the Gunson got a Tekelu skin too. Look at the texture on the blades. I want to rose gold it real quick. Because I'm having dreams, literal fever dreams of getting a Gunson prime. Like, it's almost so reflective that you can't see the texture because it's so freaking bright. Oh my god, look at it right there. It's so pretty. So definitely a yes for the Gunson. If you're a Gunson fan, go ahead and pick this one up. And I think that's it for the second set. So I do want to clarify for you guys, the first set is Stiletto, Glaive, Nikana, Panthera, and Redeemer. That's one bundle. Then we have Magnus and Magnus, Vasto and Vasto, Bozza, Gunson, Stradivari, and that is the second bundle, just in case you guys were curious. Now, we're going to go ahead and move in to the original set. And the first one, dude, this one is beautiful. I know what this one is, and I jizzed over this one straight out of the gate, which is the Ballistic. Man, look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that classy motherfucking I'ma shoot you in the face with all of my arrows bullshit right there. It is beautiful. That is a gorgeous freaking and the little flourish. She does it so good. All right, next up we have a classic. We have a freaking classic weapon right here, which of course is the Galentine. By the way, you'll notice I don't own a base Galentine, which kind of saddens me, but I actually crafted my Galentine Prime. So I had to use the original Galentine. Wait, why don't I have an original Galentine? Did I do something with the Galentine? Did I craft something? I feel like I crafted something with that original Galentine, but regardless, this is a nice little throwback to it. Look at the textures on the blades. So pretty. Brings me back to the day, but I got a Galentine Prime, so I guess I don't actually need a Galentine. My original Galentine went somewhere. I put like a whole bunch of forma in it. Now it makes me curious as to where it went. Next up, we have another classic weapon. And this one is really freaking pretty. The Orthos Prime. I'm really curious because I know that the Orthos Prime had a really, really strong fan following way back in the day. Does anybody still use it? Is anybody still rocking with the Orthos Club? Because for me, I'm not really sure, but this is a great skin for it. I know, of course, we have Orthos Prime, but I think that this actually looks even better than the Orthos Prime. Some of the old Prime models, like, this is gonna outdo a little bit. Moving along from that, we also have the Tigress. So I got that on my Tigress Prime, and you can see it is the Tigress also was a really, really pretty weapon. But along with the Tekelu skin, like, really, really pretty. And of course, this works on all of the variants, the Prime, the Telos version, and the base version. So just in case you want to mix things up a little bit. What else do we have? Oh, and then last but not least, this is jizz-inducing as well. I can't even spell it because that's how excited I am. The freaking Vectis Prime with the Tekelu skin. Oh, it's so pretty. There are no words. Hashtag Team Vectis Prime for life. I don't give a shit about Eurubico. Don't even mention the Volcar. The Lanka can come to, you know, the barbecue, but otherwise the rest of them are not invited. I'm just saying, very, very pretty. Now, in addition to all of these weapons that you've seen so far, there's actually some Arcwing weapons that also got the Tekelu Collection treatment. And I do want to put this out there mainly because of the fact that, you know, I've seen it on Twitter. Everybody's going crazy over Empyrean. Haven't even played it yet and are going a little too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that they haven't even tasted. But just in case you want to get dressedtokill for that, take a look at this Tekelu skin for the Imperator. It is gorgeous and just makes you fucking fancy as hell, flying through the skies and mowing down your enemies. Definitely pretty. There's also another one for the Veritux, also gorgeous as well. I can't even, it's so big I can't even get it in the shot, you know what I mean? I have to like zoom out a little bit, but again, all of that pretty detailing right there, just in case you want to jazz it up. So just keep in mind that this bundle includes the Veritux, Ballistica, Galentine, Imperator, Orthos, Tigress, and Vectis, and this is the original Tekelu Collection, and that's for 110 plat. So it costs a little bit more than the rest, but you do get a good variation in skins. So hopefully that's like, what's the word I want to quelled your curiosity? What's the word that's not thirst but like makes your thirst go away? Quenched, quelled, quenched, around the same scheme. Words are not working for me. Mercury's still in retrograde, okay? You're gonna have to give me a break. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. Let me know how you guys feel about the Tekelu Collection down in the comments below. I know that Prime models are absolutely gorgeous, but do y'all feel like you need to mix it up from now and then, from time to time? Wow, words are really failing me right now. Toss all of your feelings down in the comments below, and always know that there's an edit button on your comments in case you fuck up like I'm currently fucking up. So, as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch yo body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!